Here we are then. Welcome back. Week 5 of the Gfinity Elite Series Season 2. Tyrant and Shuri Sengan, what are your predictions for this one? Give me your winner, please.
Well, Infexious had a go at me last time I voted against Excel, so I'll have to vote Excel.
Yeah, the new name for him, Terminator.
Yes.
Quite a nice little ring to it, that, the Terminator.
E-Bob. I don't know what that was.
What was E-Bob? What is that?
It's a robot. Don't worry about it.
All right, no worries, mate. I'm not up to it. Tyrant, quick, help us out quickly. What are you predicting for this one?
Last time I got chose to make a prediction for this, I went against Envyus, and then Envyus won. So I'm going to go back on that.
Go, mate.
I'm going to go with Envyus.
That was in the past. That was in the past.
Well, no, I'm going to take Envyus this time.
All right, I like your style. Listen, walk with me, guys, because over here, Jammers and the main man, Logan, are ready to commentate for this one. This is going to be an exciting game. Loving the character Cammy that has been chosen by Hurricane already. Nice little get up there. Yeah. Yeah, very exciting. But does that mean that you're going to give the win to Excel, previous champions, or are you going to give it to that Envy team that have got some great form at the moment?
You want me to go first?
Go.
I looked like an egg last time. So
I voted like the beginning of Twitter.
No,
that
last week I
Go.
voted against Envyus and they won.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pick Envyus this time.
Okay.
I'm playing it safe.
All right, fair enough. Logan, and from you, sir?
I like Envyus this week. I like the matchups, I like the pairings, I like Envyus this week.
That means if Abe is correct.
And
then
do you think that TKR will use Chun-Li for this one, or will he revert back to Abigail?
I think he should.
So it's an interesting point though, because Abigail Cammy is a bad matchup for Cammy. But Hurricane can use Abigail as well.
Yes.
So you might end up with that sort of funny round robin chase around the character select screen. You never know. But I would, in general, recommend that TKR uses his Chun-Li over his Abigail. Better character for me.
Okay, well, listen, we need to get into this matchup in style. Last season's finale, it is Envy taking on Excel.
Perfect. Envy versus Excel. Round 1. Fight.
All right.
That's right. It is time for match 3 tonight, and it is 2 of the most stacked teams in the tournament. A replay of last season's grand final as well. Excel with exactly the same lineup as that final.
Yep.
Envyus, of course, have added the name of Mr. Crimson, strengthened. So you would think that Envyus would definitely take this. They've got a stronger side than last time rounds. Excel, the same. But we know anything can happen.
Yes, it's Street Fighter 5, it's first to 1. It is Clash of the Titans. We've got the Delta Red member going up against the First Lady of Fighting Games. She's actually in my favorite outfit, this character. So I'm rooting for TKR.
Working Lady Chun-Li, that's right, against the Corpse Bride Cammy, utilizing all of the alternative costumes here we've got on the console in the Gfinity arena as we open up, and it's TKR Envyus against Hurricane for Excel.
So this is interesting because TKR's got to be very careful, meticulous in his spacing, because Cammy stand hard punch, great hitbox on it, and his special cancelable into spiral arrows. If you get
Nice
knocked
bump
down
on it there as well, we saw.
You're in trouble, in a perilous situation. That's an early
Nice. I like the use of the crouch and medium punch slide to get out of that mix-up, and then straight away with
he can get big damage here.
Kick. Nice juggles. Chun-Li does have decent damage output in the V-trigger.
Yes, that is exactly where the damage lies. So no damage, that's wrong.
Tried to interrupt, got counter here, and oh no, still alive.
I think he was going to cross out with jump high kick.
Yeah.
So instead, Hurricane stayed in front on that instant dive kick. Good awareness there. We're going into game 2. Hurricane's got critical lot, so now TKR can't throw out stand hard punch.
No,
gotta be careful.
Guaranteed punish. Has to look out as well. All of those 3 bars can be used on reaction to Kikoken, so she has to stay using the medium buttons.
There it is, and you see it right there from TKR. Threw out a stand hard punch. You've got to be very vigilant with that button there. All right, good confirm there from Hurricane in the corner.
Crouch and medium punch there, using the frame advantage off the blocked legs.
This is looking mighty bleak here for TKR. He needs to get an activation. He wants it to hit. Unfortunately, it's blocked. And that's going to be Hurricane. And that's going to be game 1 to Team Excel. Great performance there. Illustrating the knowledge he knows on the matchup between Cammy and Chun-Li.
Yep.
All in a day's work.
Hurricane back to that solid performance that we know and we saw from him all first season and pretty much mostly this season as well. Let's take a look at the key points in that matchup, and it pretty much was all Hurricane taking advantage. He was unable to press TKR as and when he wanted, managed to get a number of openings there and capitalize. What did you see here in this matchup?
It was unfortunate because when TKR had the one opportunity to activate V-Trigger, it was unfortunate on block because the duration of her V-Trigger has been slowed down by, I believe it's 6 or 7 seconds.
Yeah.
It runs out a lot faster. So when you want to activate, you want it to hit. But
yeah, that crouch and medium punch into the V-Trigger was a standard in Season 1. Now, of course, not so much. And it's 0 on block on activation as well, so there's no reason not to just press a button afterwards. It's not one of those ones where she gets guaranteed pressure afterwards on activation like so many other characters. And yeah, TKR goes down in the first match, but not to worry because there is more talent in the roster to go, and Mr. Crimson steps up in what you would probably argue would be the marquee match in this fixture.
yes, definitely one to look out for. I think, for me, this is going to be the pivotal one. I know it's early, but I think it'll be the pivotal one for me.
And again, this is another pairing where we're not entirely certain as to which characters they're going to go for, because I know Infectious talks a good game in the Dalsim-Abigail matchup, but it's definitely not straightforward. We know how confident he is. They're not locked in yet, but they are hovering over Dalsim and Abigail. That is what it's going to be, so that is a confidence one from Infectious, and we'll see whether his theories play out. Incredibly patient style. We saw him playing against Dalsim earlier on in the season and do really, really well. Waiting his time, not really taking a lot of chances.
Yeah, and I said just last week, I believe, he played Nightcross and
in the
quick work
matchup against Epsilon, exactly. Mr. Crimson, very different style to Nightcross, though. You're not going to be seeing that sort of rampant teleportation and really taking risks. Crimson's going to be risk-averse. Great whiff punish there with the standing light kick already.
Great button to check as well. Don't need to special cancel to anything just to make sure. And I believe it does 40 damage as a light attack. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's decent. Definitely adds up, especially when you're 1100 vitality against 950, which is what Dalsim has.
Yep. Big differential between the two HPs.
Oh,
the block. No punish there. Right, and again, just that slow, calming approach. He's being vigilant the whole way through because he knows once he gets a hit, he can cash in big.
Yeah, and now we're seeing the pressure from Mr. Crimson, and that's definitely what sets him apart, the ability to really turn it on. Gets the crush counter sweep, but no activation.
Saved in front, there's the activation. Here's the big boy with the guard cancel.
So he's going to use that and get the frame advantage off the knockdown. No, he's just going to get into the corner. I think he gets
big damage coming here from Mr. Crimson. No cancel to super, though. All right, he's gonna let him burn. I think he's gonna chip him. He can chip. Ooh, he's on the guard cancel.
Yeah, the thing with the guard break is it scales so heavily off Abigail. So unless he's got critical art, there's not a huge risk in taking that. With such a huge life lead, Mr. Crimson definitely didn't need to really risk anything and get counter hit, crush countered off that charge button.
Sure. All right. So here we go. Mr. Crimson's got a full stick of butter on deck.
Absolutely.
A stand light kick paying dividends there. The neutral game for Abigail.
Let's see if Infectious can implement his game plan that he's so confident in, or if he's going to carry on dying by 1,000 cuts here as Mr. Crimson is making great progress. Just slowly grinding down. You can see that grey life peeled off with that one hit, and that one medium did about 150 damage.
Yeah. So, and he's going for the punch cancel after the run.
Yeah, he just doesn't want him to get out. He wants him to stay there.
Which is fair. So it's going to be a very slow, steady round here at the moment. No one's spending any meter. Well, Abigail's got none at the moment, but there you go. Stand light kick again.
He's actually got the life lead now after playing very sensible footsies.
All right, goes to that meaty crouch mini kick and teleports away just in case of a command grab.
Oh, the activation. This is going to add up. This is going to do decent damage.
Oh, the back dash, though. Well timed. It's going to be big damage.
Stuff there. What a read from Mr. Crimson. The first command grab took him out.
Can't do that. Good awareness there from Infexious.
Yeah, he doesn't really have to worry, though, off that back throw. Not a lot that he can do.
He's got to worry now that grey health. It slowly regenerates. So Crimson gets a hit. It's going to be big. There it is.
Oh, what a great reaction. The air teleport to go behind. Not really any risk at all if you can get behind Abigail when he's in that EX run. And Mr. Crimson really confident in that matchup. He didn't really look shaken at all in any sense. But let's have a look at the main points of that matchup, Jammers.
So yeah, it was a thing of, I like the way that Infexious approached it, but I feel that's the beginning of a long game plan. So the stand light kicks were there to check the normals, but you can't do that for 99 seconds. You've got to change it up, you've got to get in, do something. And when he did try that, Mr. Crimson backdashed. Backdashed to come on.
Well, it was a great performance. We are at 1-1. Let's throw back to Tom, who's in the warm-up area right now, and see what the players thought of that.
What? I was just crouched down, hiding. Listen, Prophecy boys are warming up at the moment. How cool was that from Mr. Crimson? Now, I know you gentlemen, Shavukin, you did not see that, but it was epic stuff from Mr. Crimson there against Infectious.
He won?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, wow.
We doused him against Abigail.
Okay, that's a surprise.
But you don't need to worry about that because Prophecy, you're taking on Infuse. You're taking on that guy who's just trying to get some intel from you, some notes. Gunslinger just in the right there. He's trying to get in there. Are you going to get that 5th win in a row? How confident are Prophecy team feeling?
They're probably going to be the hardest team we've played yet, so it's gonna just come down to the matchups, I think.
Well, Gunslinger was not in there out of respect that you've shown him, but we'll find out what he thinks in a second. Sarah, you're excited, doing a bit of warm-up. How's it going with your Akuma character?
Repeat, please.
Okay, I'll repeat this for you. How confident are you with your character Akuma taking on Infused tonight? Ce soir.
I don't know, the team Infused is very strong, so I try to do my best.
Do you know when you'll find them out? When I bring you down those steps, that is what is going to happen. Gentlemen, enjoy the warm-up. Gunslinger, now, I know that you're taking on Pax, who's already been in incredible form today. You weren't going to be taking on a Karen character, but Akuma, a little bit of Laura, and Guile. Who would you most likely to take on?
Common sense will be Guile, but I'm comfortable with anyone, to be honest. Let's see how it goes.
And how's it going against Pax at the moment?
Yeah, boss up.
He's free. He's free. If you can hear it on the chat, he's free.
So back into the team. I'm wearing a fresh pair of trainers tonight. Are you feeling confident? You're feeling in a good place right now?
I'm feeling confident. Yeah. Should be a good set, definitely.
Yeah, and I just have to say, obviously, back here in the warm-up area, this is where most of the action happens, the kind of fun, excitement. What's been the general vibe been about Prophecy? What's the word on the street?
They're looking to lose today, aren't they? So we'll just see how it goes.
All right, well, on the other side of the warm-up room, Ariel is currently with Akainu, who's been in some epic form.
Akainu, you have been in some epic form, but I love it how your teammates are hard at work, training over there. You're just sitting here chilling out.
Yes, and...
You're obviously feeling quite relaxed about this game then, against Infused.
Against Infused, I'm pretty confident, and I trust on my teammate. And the most difficult matchup is against Gunslinger, so he's playing bad work. But I train hard. I hope I can win. I will.
You will win. Okay, well, I'm just loving this kind of relaxed attitude you have. I mean, good luck with it, guys. And Gunslinger, you just watch out. He's coming for you. Back to you guys at the casting desk.
Oh, the matchup, good.
I love these little backstage pieces.
They're a great addition.
Yeah, we're getting all that smack talk coming through. But time to get back into the fixture. We're currently at 1 apiece between Envyus and Excel. And next up, we have Nassim-Claw versus Brian. Brian, I feel like he's coming into his own every week. That Manat looks better and better and better. But Nassim-Claw, always confident and always a handful. That very unique style of Vega for him.
He's probably got the most aggressive Vega in Europe, and I heard that was the consensus amongst the Vega players. So you're going to see how Brian and Manat handle this. This is a matchup, I'm going to hold my hands high. This is a matchup I've seldom seen. I hope it goes well for Brian.
It's a very interesting one because obviously Manat's a newish character, not the newest, but still new to people. Brian getting better and better each week, but obviously conversely, people are learning the matchup as well against him. So we'll see how Nassim-Claw deals with that pressure. He needs to know when he can interrupt and what he can do against that crouch fierce and neutral.
Yes, that is indeed true, and he's got to watch out for that stand medium punch and that stand hard punch as well from Manat, but Brian's got to be careful throwing him out, because if, there you go, if Nassim gets the jump in, he's going to cash in big. Okay, goes low with the L Aurora Edge, the light version. Tries to walk under, didn't work.
Let's see if he can block out this. Oh, he went for the cross-up orbs. Great defense there from Nassim-Claw. Nothing nothing gained from that V-trigger at all from Brian.
Try to go for the overhead, but good jump out there. Ooh! Claw, good guardian of the sun. And it gets the meaty stand hard punch as well. Great burn in neutral!
Great reactions there from Brian using the enormous active throw box of that EX air throw. What's it called? Guardian of the Sun.
Yep.
Can always rely on you for the move name.
Okay, gets the throw. Now, I believe she only gets a stand hard punch. Meteor for that. I'm not sure she gets anything else, but...
Yeah, one of these Season 2 characters, they definitely tried to tone down the potential of the throw loops.
Okay, just walking back. Good crouch fierce anti-air. When the crystal ball's not there, that's actually not that great. It's a trade at worst, but he got a clean anti-air there, Brian. All right, there you go. Playing it safe.
Definitely a different Manat from Brian. He's utilizing a lot of tools, and I really like how he's playing in the neutral here.
Really good. Just controlling the space, and that's what a normal's all about. Just controlling that space. Not as long as Dulcim's, but it does cover a wide range.
Oh, the side switch works out for Nassim-Claw. Brian maintaining his composure.
Yeah, there's the anti-air. Guarding the sun again. There's the meaty, makes it safe with the V-trigger crisp orbs.
Oh, baits the throw out. Very solid stuff there from Brian.
That was really good stuff there from Brian. And in that situation, that actually was a 50-50 because it's between a throw or a dive kick, and he went for the dive kick.
I really like that performance. That was really great stuff from Brian. And as I said, he looks better and better with Manat every week, utilizing those tools. You have to really be on point to be anti-airing with that EX Guardian of the Sun. And it just comes out so quickly. He's, you know, we pointed out that Manat's anti-airs are not the best in the game, but when you've got the bar, he was ready every time with that.
Because I feel that's, like, when you have the meter and you got the crystal ball with you, I feel that's the only thing you should be going for. I mean, if you don't have the meter, then you can't go for it.
What does she get off of that, do you know?
I think it's just a stand hard punch.
Okay.
Like, she can't, like, dash up and do something. So just press the button, and stand hard punch is a great button in neutral anyway.
Yeah, Brian was going back to the neutral, though, often happily just backing up, giving the space to Nassim-Claw, and he looked really comfortable with his buttons, with his spacing. Very impressive stuff from Brian, and that's going to be really good there for Excel that he's in form. He will be back if it comes to Game 6, but right about now, we are getting into our next match, and Nassim-Claw stays on. He is against Hurricane.
So he's got to shake off that loss he did now, and he's probably going to fight someone more familiar, maybe in Cammy, or Hurricane just might flip it on its head, and he might pick his Abigail. He has been improving. I respect him for picking the character because it's a different archetype from what he used to play.
He actually went the whole way through the last Winner Stays On event using Abigail and won that quite calmly.
Yes.
Yeah. So great stuff from him.
Okay, it looks like he is going to pick Cammy, so it will be a battle of the blondes. Unfortunately, they're not both blonde in these costumes. But Halloween was last week, ladies and gents. It's not this week.
I mean, technically, they're kind of, that's like dark blonde there on Vega, I guess.
Don't know.
Grey, is it grey? It's an undead tone, anyway. So here we go. A week late for Halloween, but always on time here at the Elite Series, and it is Nassim-Claw against Hurricane. How is he going to deal with this pressure from Hurricane's Cammy? Is he going to be able to impose himself on the ground? Will he be able to switch it around and put the pressure on himself?
Okay, well, he gets a free combo here because an execution blunder on Hurricane's end just lost him 200 damage. Wow, delayed crouch medium punch there into the knockdown. Be interested to see how Nassim-Claw capitalizes every time he gets that combo, that knockdown. Is Hurricane going to wake up jab? Is he going to do a wake up DP? What's it going to be?
Hurricane taking him on the ground as well here. He's not really taken to the skies as of yet.
All right, trying to activate V-trigger off that crouch hard punch. But he jumps out the corner, but he gets punished for his troubles.
Yeah, he is going to use the bar, but he doesn't get the stun yet. The overhead. And as we said, was it going to be Nassim-Claw turning the tables and getting the pressure? It was. Hurricane letting him play the game on the ground. Didn't really give him much to think about in terms of approaching from the air.
Need to see more dive kicks, but he goes for the hooligan combination. Raise the slice edge follow-up there. That is +3 on block. Didn't make it count.
Nice use of Spiral to get out of that mix-up. I like that choice.
Good back medium punch. I'd say that anti is so good. 4 frames.
4-frame anti-air. Great button. And it's a good frame trap as well.
Yes.
Again. Nice. Punishes the landing frames. The 3-frame light.
Ooh, done the stand medium kick a bit too early there. So Hurricane got a back throw and it's back to neutral. V-trigger's activated.
Oh, input error from Hurricane. We've seen that a number of times.
Oh, gets the dive kick. Oh, execution blunder again.
Combo drop.
It's going to be big. He backed off there, Nassim-Claw. Wary of that DP. All right, Hurricane's going to make this count. He probably, oh no. He didn't capitalize. He chased him down. It's going to be it.
That's it. He's got him, and that's going to be the round.
Please, please, please. I'm going to tell you this from season 1. We, the London scene, have never been able to jump back on Hurricane when he has super. He will catch you. And he done it right there.
Well, there's definitely situations where you can come down with a button and interrupt that super, or at least trade.
Yes, that's true.
But Nassim-Claw gave him a number of bites at the apple, though. There were several drop combos from Hurricane.
But Hurricane's got no meat at the moment.
It's like those games of football where the team plays badly but still pulls through with a 1-0 win. Is that what Hurricane's going to do here?
Ooh.
Fights out the corner, though, Nassim-Claw.
Okay, wake up jab from Hurricane, gets the back throw.
He doesn't finish the combo and dashes up, gets the back throw. He's got the corner control now, but he burns the V-trigger to get out.
Okay, V-trigger activation from Hurricane. Good tech there from Nassim-Claw.
Hurricane letting him empty jump in and then pressing that heavy so it hits him on landing.
Whoa, good chase down, but he didn't follow up. He wants to be optimal with his V-meter. So he gets a dive kick here. There it is.
Oh, he whiffs it though. Doesn't get a full combo.
All right, into flying Barcelona again. What's that going to be? He's going to spend the bar. He's got to be careful.
Yeah, he spends the bar.
Oh, that could have been punished. Oh, that could have been punished.
Been critical out off the block. Was that forward fierce?
Yeah, forward fierce. Buster Claw. And that is the daily situation. Ah! Okay.
It's a scramble now. One more time.
No!
The punish.
Oh,
and Nassim-Claw. TKR leaps out of his chair.
That was very, look, he's just done. I should have punished Buster Claw.
Punished the forward hard punch, the Buster Claw, as he pointed out. And there was a number of errors there from Hurricane. But let's look at some of the key winning moments here from Nassim-Claw. He was really good at taking his chances. When the openings presented himself, he was converting it into big damage, and there with the stun on the overheads.
Good chase down there from Hurricane as well.
Yeah, he did try and press a button. He was counter hit, so.
All right. I think he might have tried to press jump hard kick. That'd probably be the most logical thing to do in that situation. But another execution blunder. He had like 6 or 7 of those in that game.
Yeah, a lot of drop combos from Hurricane. A big missed punish that would have probably won him the game, I think, looking at the damage that was on the screen.
He knows it as
and
well.
Hurricane disappointed there.
It's unfortunate because going back to the Buster Claw moment, for those of you who don't know the numbers real quick, I believe it is double digits, Buster Claw on block. And not many Vegas are just going to do it smack bang in your face.
Yeah, she has got a very, very fast critical last 4 frames, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so definitely gets the punish on that. Hurricane, as we pointed out, hasn't been the man that he was last season. But let's see if Infectious can be the man. He lost to Mr. Crimson in their first mix-up. So let's see what he goes for here. Is he going to be stubborn and stick with Abigail? Is he going to mix it up and go for Necalli? I definitely feel like the Necalli pick is a better one for this matchup, but it's Infectious and he does as he pleases.
Yeah, I mean, look, Infectious is infamous for being stubborn and sticking to what he knows is right and logical. I'm going to agree with Logan. I would like to see the Necalli pick, but he might go another round with Abigail just to do something, prove a point, because last time he didn't go in hard enough. We saw the stand light kick checks, but they're only good for checking.
He might be playing the long game. You never know, because we saw all of the EX runs cancelled into the punch. Is he going to change it up now? But to be honest with you, the one command grab he went for, Mr. Crimson was there ready for the backdash immediately. Preemptively, of course. It has to be a read. You can't react to that. So Mr. Crimson definitely had a great strategy, a great game plan against Abigail. He didn't really do anything that was risky. We'll see what we get this time round. Is it going to be Abigail again from Infectious, or is it going to be Necalli? We'll find out as the players get set up.
Well, yeah, at this point, I mean, it's 2-2 between the team, so you got to think about, you know, obviously what's good for yourself, what's good for the team, and, you know, you want that win. Whoever gets the lead right now, they will be in pole position, obviously, but mentally as well, they'll be in pole position. They'll have utmost confidence.
Infectious is absolutely capable of winning this one with Abigail, but it's definitely going to be a bigger ask. I don't know whether he's been putting time in with the Necalli and he might want to stick with Abigail. He has locked in with Abigail. So we are going to see a run back of the second match in this fixture. It's Mr. Crimson versus Infectious. Mr. Crimson 1-0 up in this meeting, winning the first game very, very confidently with his Dalsim. So here we go. 2 apiece here. Envyus against Team Excel.
Now, Abigail can tank a lot of hits from Dalsim because, like Logan said before, he has the highest vitality in the game. But at one point, he's going to need to go in and cash in on that big damage.
Nice. And again, we're seeing that patient style. Mr. Crimson happy to maintain that spacing, build up the grey life, let it all add up, take it off with maybe 1 or 2 buttons.
Right there.
Oh, he does finally get the crush counter.
That's such a great button in the neutral there. Abigail stand hard punch. There he goes.
This is where the madness happens, when he does finally get in.
Oh, trying to do the Nitro run, EX version, stand hard kick. That's really useful.
Oh, he teleports and gets out of that run command grab attempt. He's in the corner again. This is a difficult situation for Dalsim to deal with. The overhead closes it out, and that all came from that hard punch in neutral crush counter. We didn't really see him using that a lot in the first game.
Yeah, I mean, what an offensive onslaught there from Infexious.
And he goes for it again. I like the use of that hard punch. We saw, I can't remember what match it was, but I saw Pax, I think it was against, I can't remember who it was.
Storm Kubo?
Yes, in Canada Cup. And he was just throwing that hard punch out, just fishing for the crush counter, because the reward, the risk reward is so high for Abigail.
The mileage he gets for that is insane.
Oh, he gets him with the flip. Absorbs one hit with the armor.
See, this is what Infexious should have done in the first game, but it's paying dividends in the second game. Good tech there.
Was it the long con here from Infexious? Did he condition him
to just sit still and take it? But again, those stand medium punches, they're just mosquito bites to Abigail. They're not gonna do big damage here.
Well, we saw Mr. Crimson able to.
Oh, that's it, he's done. Oh no! Oh, okay, gets the V-trigger activation. He's got to keep him in the flames. You've got to keep him there.
Oh, he's got it for the instant overhead gale again. Oh, the V reversal. Oh, and the hammer, the overhead from that range.
Damn. That's actually got good range for an overhead. I know
it's got great range for an overhead. That's why it's -8. And Infexious there really showing when he gets going, changing his style up. Great stuff there from Infexious, coming through for his team, taking it into 3-2. Let's look at some of the positive moments there in that matchup there for Infexious. You can see the guys there talking about their tactics as Brian gets ready to step up next. Infexious definitely doing the job and stepping up and wiping out that first loss as Team Excel go into the lead.
Yeah, that's what I love about players of his caliber. It's, you know, slowly just downloading, acquiring the data you need that's necessary, and then you formulate a game plan on the fly. I love players that can intuit things really well.
I definitely think that active style was a lot better, and the risk reward in terms of identifying that Mr. Crimson was generally poking him out with those medium buttons, that definitely brings in the risk of the heavy punch there. He did get the cross counter, and it all came from that in the first round. He was able to really put the fear up him and close it out. Speaking of putting the fear up him, I'm very intimidated by that stare there from TKR, who you can see on the screen. He's up next. He's going up against Brian's Manats.
This is interesting because I feel both TKR's characters can't really handle Manat really well.
She's got definitely very good zoning. I think that that Abigail's a big risk against Manat because the startup on Manat's Crouch Fierce is so slow. So you again put yourself in the situation of being crush countered. It looks like TKR though has gone for Chun-Li. He has definitely seen that maybe his Abigail needs a little bit more work to be, you know, really potent here in the Elite Series.
Yes. I'll tell you one thing, people in the crowd, people at home, keep an eye when TKR has 1 bar of meter, because if Brian throws out a stand medium punch or a stand hard punch and he's in range, EX legs will catch it.
Yeah, the great punish, 5-frame startup, great horizontal range.
And he'll get the knockdown.
Yep.
Okay, it looks like the players are going to be sorting something out. But yeah, it was interesting. Just going back to what I was saying, so between Chun-Li and Abigail, Chun-Li will probably have an easier time because she's all about the ground game anyway. But I feel Manat just edges it out in space just a little bit.
Manat's still an interesting one because we're only really seeing results from Goichi, who is one of the greatest players in the world. But as we saw in that first matchup, Nassim-Claw and Brian's Manat is getting better and better and better every week. He's using more and more tools that this character has. She hasn't got a huge number of tools, but he's getting the most out of them. We'll see how TKR really deals with this now.
And he definitely spaces his dive kicks with Manat really well. He did say last week that's one thing he has definitely been improving on. So we're going to see how it plays out here. And he sends out the crystal ball really early. Interesting.
Oh, gets clipped and manages to convert that into some damage.
Oh, it goes to the anti-air. It was the trade. That is the worst case scenario that Brian would want.
You have to respect that. You have to just basically walk forward and block.
Yeah, otherwise Brian's got a life lead and he's more than happy to sit there in the corner. Play full screen. All right, good punish there. The EX legs. He's gonna get a little setup here. Oh, trying to go for a throw.
Back throw into the corner and just keeps that space. We saw Brian do this in the first match. He's happy to just back off and play the zoning game, the patient zoning game.
I try to reflect, and when the crystal ball is with Midnat, you will reflect projectiles. When you don't have it, you will absorb them. Good combo again.
Damage. He's going to dash up and maintain the pressure. Corner pressure now. And again, he challenges that. He's well aware of the frames. Oh, he gets clipped. As his teammate Nassim-Claw did, he gets clipped reaching by that dive kick. It's such a great V-trigger in terms of mix-ups. It's almost Marvel-esque. The number of situations you have to be able to react or block in.
So much versatility behind it. I mean, you can't be ready for all of them.
A rare whiff dive kick there from Brian, but no punish from it. Stuffs the EX start up there with the forward medium punch. TKR looking to get in. He's trying to negotiate this obstacle course of floating orbs.
All right, gets this up here. He can dash up to stand medium punch. He went for a dive kick, but it wasn't execution error. Again, it just looks like TKR's perplexed right now. He doesn't really have to...
out of that back throw, though.
Yeah. Oh, that is minus. Didn't get a combo. All right, V-trigger activation there. Tried to go over the French out of forward HK, but good jump from Brian. It's going to be a big combo here for TKR.
Nice.
Wake up light kick. He's going to make this count real big.
This is going to be scaled real heavy, but it should be able to do a good 30%. He went for the overhead reset.
Oh, that is not going to be it, but this set might do the trick.
Got an orb left. Oh, back throw. Nice stuff.
He can chip him.
TKR. Oh, I wouldn't risk that. I wouldn't risk that.
If he can get in range and stand fierce into super, he can chip him.
Oh!
Oh, that's brilliant!
Sick stuff. Great reactions to TKR.
Great.
Brian thought he could use the cover of the orb and get in with the drill, but no. Great reactions there from TKR. He used all his bar to keep himself in it.
This is it.
What a great round that was.
This is match point here for Team XL, but this is the point that can bring Envyus back into the set. And first blood went to Brian. All right, playing it safe right now.
TKR definitely isn't familiar with this neutral game, the spacing, what the options are after buttons, what he can press, what he can challenge with. He's definitely just trying to do Chun-Li things to try and beat this, but she's certainly not Season 1 anymore. Gets to confirm, and we're in the corner. What's the pressure going to be? Back fear.
All right, EX Coco can there get to dive kick. Gets a conversion into spinning bird kick as well. Next hit might get the... Oh, he's landed front! There it is. He's bringing himself back in. Brilliant stuff there from TKR.
Yes, TKR, and he definitely managed to make the most of that small opportunity. He got conversion off a light all the way to the corner, maintained the pressure, burnt that bar for the EX Kokoken to keep retaining it, and he managed to get the stun in and the round. Great stuff from TKR. He definitely didn't look like he was super familiar with the match. That was just raw skill and ability. The reaction there on that.
That moment of glory there to bring himself back in, spending all resources, splurging that meter to bring himself back into the game. And in this last round here, what I liked, especially from TKR, was the fact that he was throwing Kikokens, not just throwing him out because it's Chun-Li, but it was to help him think. He's like, right, I need to do something to help me find a way to approach. And when he got that hit, he capitalized for every knockdown, made it count. I mean, he stayed in front. That last little shot there, I thought he was going to go behind.
Yeah, great stuff there. And that's, to be honest with you, has been really the story of this set. Envyus have taken all their opportunities and they're fighting their hardest to keep up. We're at 3-3 and we are going to be going into a final 7th game. What a great set this has been so far between two incredibly stacked teams. And they have gone for Nassim-Claw as their champion to play 3 times in this game 7, going up against Infectious, the man himself, the cyborg, the android, if you will.
Well, I'll tell you what, one team has to win. The losing team will get a consolation point, but when you're part of a team game,
very good point.
You want the 3 points.
Envyus are on a 3-match winning streak, having won their previous 3, but they did lose in the first week going to the 7th game against Endpoint. Let's see if they can turn that around.
Make amends.
Nassim-Claw looking very, very confident. He's 1-1. He lost against Brian. He beat Hurricane. Let's see how he does against the 3rd member, because this will mean he'll have played the whole team, every member of Team XL.
Yeah.
Let's see how he does against Infectious. Vega Abigail. I'm going to be confidently saying that it's going to be Abigail.
Yeah.
Infectious is showing us that this is his main. Definitely, he's using this character. Nassim-Claw
And now I want to see the kind of infiltration-esque style, the hit and run. Get a poke, run away, maybe get a cheeky jump in, run away. Just try not to stay close.
I really want to see Infectious's matchup strategy here as well in terms of dealing with Nassim's claws, off-the-wall dives.
That's a very good point.
How is he going to relate? Well. Is he going to be just, you know, just trying to, is he going to use the parry there? What's he going to do? How's he going to deal with that?
Wow, he said he was out of range for that medium Abigail punch. Interesting.
And this is going to be a risky situation here, exactly. Risky for Vega to play that poking game.
Because that's going to be interesting because that main prevalent button there, that potent button from Abigail is stand hard punch.
Yeah, and that definitely is going to beat that medium punch if he's going to be poking with that claw.
Okay, he's trying to hit him or clip him with the Aurora edges there, but
Infectious definitely has identified that, you know, putting that hard punch out on the screen is money.
That's it, it pays the bills. All right, parry to the cancel. I love it there from Infectious.
Oh, nice. Big damage there, and he gets the setup.
That's
activates. Ooh. Just jumps in. Did that whiff throw there that he caught, I think?
That was the earliest jump hard kick I've ever seen this character do.
He's actually got one of the shortest jumps in the game. I think it's like 35 frames, I think like 37 frames.
Okay.
It's really quick. It's why it's often so difficult to anti-air.
Oh, the jump forward!
The jumping is on you quicker than normal, and of course Vega doesn't have the best anti-air options anyway. Gets in though with the EX wall dive, and he takes him to the corner. No quick rise at all from Infectious. He takes the throw.
Forward throw. And another one. Try to
wait, ready!
Oh my god, that might be the best answer I've ever seen to punish a jump. He's not dead yet. All right,
one more touch.
He's gonna do another hit.
Back off, man.
Okay.
Yeah, the punish there.
Yeah, that's it. I see him wiping his hands. He was sweating that round. That was very scary.
We are going to the final round again, exactly as it was in Grand Finals in Season 1. It's all come down to this. Nassim-Claw against Infectious. Who is going to take it this week, this time round?
Right, he's got to be very careful. That first round, Infectious exhibited that stand hard punch in the neutral. Get a crush counter.
Just gets clipped. Raw in the neutral by that EX wall dive. Oh,
good tech there. Nassim-Claw's got to be very careful with those mediums, man. I'm just too scared for him right now. Oh, trying to go for jump medium.
Head to air. Did he get a chuckle after that?
I think he does. I'm not sure what he gets afterwards, but the opponent does float.
And again, he's trying to catch him immediately, but it's just a bit too slow.
Yeah, I do agree with these specials. Gets an early jump hard kick. Puts him in a jailing situation.
Big life lead here now for...
Oh, he's behind! He's going to throw it!
One more touch for the stun. He has to activate.
I respect.
Now he backs up and that stun is gone. So this is definitely a lifeline here from Infectious.
Yeah! That's his arm and close it up!
Nassim-Claw, what a great performance from him. He backed off. That was so smart. He backed off. He lulled Infectious into a false sense of security that you're going to have to go back to playing this ground game, play this poke game.
That was
TKR letting off the gun fingers.
I see comps in the crowd. He's saying, yeah, my team done it again. Scintillating performance from this team. And I mean, hopefully the replay actually catches this. So when Nassim-Claw backed off in the corner after the activation.
Concert on stage, teleported from the crowd like Akuma.
I'm telling you, great work from these guys. But yeah, when Nassim-Claw backed off after the V-trigger activation, he actually whiffed a command grab to build him the meter in time. Because I actually thought he was going to do EX Barcelona.
Yeah.
Just to get a free hit or free pressure. But he just dashed in and done an arbitrary grab.
It was so smart. Such a great read in that situation.
So good. I mean, he was locked down in the corner at one point.
Yeah, it looked like such a great start for Infectious, but look at that huge first round. That huge life lead there from Nassim-Claw in the second round as he brought it all square. He had a great sequence. He clipped him. He actually clipped Infectious in the neutral a number of times. He got the raw wall dive that went straight through. Infectious was really trying to look for those mediums in the neutral and throw that fierce out. He closed it out. Great stuff there from Nassim-Claw, who's definitely the main man for Envyus. They prove it wasn't a fluke. Tom, what do you have to say about that performance from Envyus?
There is so much to say. Ponder replay. I mean, there was loads going on there. I mean, epic scenes from your main man, Mr. TKR, from Nassim-Claw. It was just epic stuff from there. Mr. Crimson turned up. They delivered. And the main man here, Tyrant, he saw it. He predicted it.
Envyus, man. When they're on point, unbeatable. So
I'm blaming Infectious because I was going to vote for Envyus because on paper the matchup is stacked in Envious's favour, but you know it's his fault.
Yeah.
Thanks, Infectious.
But they looked confident. You know, they lost, so it doesn't matter. It's not the final.
Yeah,
XO aren't out of it. What they have done by getting a point is they've eliminated Epsilon out of the competition for going through to the playoffs.
Yeah.
So they could take that and put that in their cap, but actually none of them were wearing, except for Brian was wearing a cap. But moving forward, Envy are looking very, very strong, and really the only other strong team out there is Prophecy at the moment.
Yeah, those two are doing exactly what they wanted to do as far as what their plan would be coming into Season 2. They've played very strong. Envyus took out arguably the favourite because they are the champs in very convincing fashion. I mean, it was ping-ponging back and forth, but to have Dalsim versus Abigail and Claw versus Abigail, I thought were very good matchups in their favour.
If Epsilon are out, if you were to bring down one of the team members from MV, who would you choose?
I'd choose...
Well, I've chosen for you. Sengen, I've chosen for you. I've chosen for you. You run out of time. Mr. Crimson, come on down.
It's all right, man. It's okay.
Yes, brother. Come and join me. Listen, Mr. Crimson.
Hey, what's up, man? Good.
We have a little chat right now to talk about how Envy are feeling right now. It meant a lot to you boys up there, getting that win against Excel.
Really happy. We always be happy in team. Even if we lose, we are happy. So this time we win. I think we take the first place.
Yeah.
I'm not sure of that, but yeah, I'm really proud of them. And we practice and it pay off.
Yeah, I know you would have chosen Mr. Crimson when I asked you a second ago.
Hey man, I said these guys. I said these guys.
It was, you know, you got to look at the side Envy. Mr. Crimson comes back. They just look very, very strong. What is it going to take to beat this team?
I think a team with as much chemistry as them, which is hard to come by. They're definitely not slept on this season, and you've done really well to adapt to 1st-to-1. So well done.
Thank you.
I feel like you came very prepared for the Abigail matchup as well. That was a really good performance, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hard. Infexious is really strong. Yeah.
And you've got a tricky fixture next week. Reason. We've seen them. You must be feeling very confident against those boys.
Oh no! In G3W5, 1st-to-1, you never know. Honestly, Reason have strong players, so we're gonna go with our best team, I think. And do our best to get sure of being qualified for playoff.
Taking the best team, what's it going to be like on the bench next week? Oh, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I want to say congratulations to you.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy this week. Thank you very much for the time. And Sengen, listen, well, 5 is living up to... Week 5, let me start again. Week 5 is living up to... No, don't leave. You have to stay, Mr. Crimson. I want to chat to you a little bit more off camera for a second. Week 5 is living up to all expectations, and we've seen wins for Method, Endpoint, and Envy. We're going to take a pause in the action here, and we'll be back at 9 o'clock with what should be an absolute cracker. The all-conquering Prophecy against an infused team looking to bounce back from their first defeat of the season last week. We will see you at 9 o'clock. Now we're going to chat tactics.